Alright guys, jumping right back into League for Underdog Secret and Gamble, but really only Gamble. We got the Luca Goers going against the Kilika Beasts. We are taking on the Ronso Fangs, and Guado Glories taking on the Albed Sykes. So yeah, round 7. Come round 10, or once we finish this league, we're probably going to rush through another league, but we're going to have Vorija in the goal and Nizrut in the field. So we're going to switch it up a little bit. And then I know we haven't done this with any other series to level 99, but I might break this game a little bit because we have the opportunity, right? So I might be increasing the opposing team's levels by 5 to 10, like every single player by 5 to 10 more levels. The goal there, of course, being nightmare mode. Like, I'm just going to face players I can't beat. So it's going to make it a lot more difficult. I don't think it's going to be too bad in terms of, like, it's not going to make the series, like, more disingenuous. Just because it's not going to get us more experience. It's actually going to get us less. Because ideally, the opponent should have the ball more. And then we'll have less experience shared amongst our team. I guess our goalie might get more experience. But I think that might also occur after this league. We're definitely not doing both at the same time. Because I would get decimated, get absolutely brutalized if I increased everyone's level by 10. Opposing teams' levels, I should say, not mine, but opposing teams' levels by like 10, and then like also put Nizrud in the field. It would just be an absolute bloodbath. I need to do it in this order so I can get Nizrud leveled up, and then also, have some tough games. We'll see. I'm gonna have that league first, and then we'll kind of finalize our decision. I don't know, there's a few things I want to do. Like, I don't know if this sounds weird. It's almost like a training thing. Like we've been so dominant in the league, like the other teams have pushed up their training. They're tougher. I guess what I'm getting at is I want to lose games. I want to go into a game and then be like, oh no, I'm going to lose. And that's what I'm looking for, you know? I'm just looking to lose a game. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. It'll be interesting. I think it'll be really good though. As we get like last place, you know. But if we do, that means we need to change up our strategy. The only real negative I see, which I think is really a negative, like not even debatable, tech copies. For too low of a level, we can't tech copy people. So that's going to be the biggest hurdle. So I'll have to think about that. I guess arguably I could just do one team. Like, I could do what I was mentioning previously, where I put Waka and Titus on the Kilika Beasts again, and then I just increase that team's level to like 50. That actually might be better. I don't know. So here's my big concern. I've got a lot of concerns in life, but my biggest concern about this series is I do this and it goes really well. But then like 10 videos down the road, I realize, oh, I messed it all up. Like somehow the auto leveler breaks and then they're all a billion. Like, I'm worried that I'll make a change that'll break something that I don't realize until later on. And then it's too far to go back. I can't just cut one game. I'd cut like 15 or 20 or 30. Like, at what point would that sequence break everything? But we'll see. I think I take it all back. I'm probably just going to do one team. I forgot. I actually just thought about that tech copy. That would be really, really lame. Because, that'd be super disappointing. Like, we never learn techniques again. I mean, I don't think we would learn more techniques. Because the opposing teams level based off our level, or they should. So if we just continue to level up, they're going to remain stagnant forever. Until we catch up, basically. I could probably put that to the test. Like, I could like do something ridiculous, like make all the players like level 60, and like on a fresh save, and then have me be level 1, and then see if they actually level up, like as quickly as they would. In my experience, the auto level works one way though. It just throws a bunch of experience when they're behind, which I don't think the developers necessarily thought like, oh, what if you get ahead of the other players? I think the developers thought like, what if someone signs Netis when all the players are level 40 and he's level 1? Like, the whole reason it exists there is for free agents. because free agents get signed at a super low level, and it's not feasible to have them just remain at level 1 as they get leveled up. Like, it would make every free agent pointless to have after like level 25 or something. I don't know. There's a few things to consider. Something funny, actually, a little bit unrelated, but even now when I play through Blitzball, I still press square on everyone. I've been playing a new playthrough of Final Fantasy X, just for, you know, fun, and I keep on pressing square on everyone, hoping that I find something. But so far, the only Blitz fan I've found is Sonio in the Jose Temple, and I haven't found any other players that you can sign, unfortunately. I imagine like that would have been discovered by now, but it's like Iskin level 44, nice, endurance, shoot, attack, HP, and then Dean level 44, pass, shoot, block, HP. Then finding a new player to sign would be incredibly unlikely. Reason being is you would expect other teams would sign that player, and then you would know it's a player that's a possibility. The only theory would be like if there's a player like Tidus or Waka that can't be signed, like to other teams, but I don't think there's like a third one. You know, there is one player I've yet to use. I've never even seen their character model, and I think that's No Name 2. I think that's a character that exists. So it's a player in the save editor for Final Fantasy X. There's No Name 1 and No Name 2. I've used No Name 1 before, and that character is broken. You get like one level up, and your catch goes from 1 to 99. Like, it's clearly not a reasonable character to use. But I think there was also a No Name 2 to use, and if there is, I should see what character model they have and see if they're, you know, possible to be used or something. I'm also curious what character model they have. It would be nuts if they had like the Jecht character model. Can you imagine? Like if they were gonna make Jecht a playable character, that'd be so. I mean, I should probably check actually after this game. I don't know. It's always been in the save editor, but I've never used it just because I haven't had the. I don't want to say I haven't had the time, but I've been focused on other stuff, like other content I've been making. So I haven't like I always planned on using that character once, but I haven't done it quite yet. We're gonna do a normal tackle here. We want Basic-Ronso to shoot, and apparently he doesn't have anything worth tech copying. But hey, more experience for Nizrut. Really hope he blocks this, but very unlikely. Oh wow, he did. He blocked it. I mean, with his face, but that's still blocking it. That still counts. Yeah, a large portion, I don't know if you guys are new to the channel or, you know, kind of been here for a while, but a large portion of what I do, or at least a portion, is I try to break Final Fantasy to a certain degree. I've got like Final Fantasy Overpowered, you know, I've got voice lines and stuff from Final Fantasy. I've got like, can you defeat X enemy at this point in the game? Like, there's a lot of really, really cool things you can kind of test. And it's funny because it's almost like the developers learned at certain points of the development process, like throughout Final Fantasy 1 through, you know, whatever we're on, 15, 16, something like that. But it was in Final Fantasy 2, you can defeat certain enemies in the very beginning of the game, and then it ends the game because you're not supposed to be able to defeat them. So like the game doesn't know what to do. And then in Final Fantasy X, you can't do that. They reduced your attack to 0 against one of the optional bosses, and then you're meant to almost die, triggering a cutscene. So like, it was. I don't know if that was just them like realizing their mistake, or, you know, someone just chimed in the meeting of like, hey, what if someone like breaks this game and tries to cheat their way to, you know, a weird scenario. Yeah, like they no longer kick you back to the title screen. They actually, you know, zero out your attacks. It's interesting. It's a little bit, I don't know, I guess it's sort of nerdy on the back end, but it's interesting how they do that. And I think there's a big gap, of course, between Final Fantasy 2 and 10, and I haven't played all of them, so it could have just been like, 10 wasn't even the first one they implemented that in. I know it's in the remake of Final Fantasy 3. Is it remake or remaster? I think it's a remake, if I'm not mistaken. Because it's not like a different story. It's like different models and characters and stuff, like different art forms and engine. But against some of the bosses, they make you do 1 damage, and it's impossible to win without cheats. So it's always interesting. I don't know. I kind of wish that you could defeat some of these optional bosses with cheats and such, just because it would be interesting to see how that proceeds. I know it's like such a minimal portion of the player base that will do this, but I think it'd be cool to put like a hidden little event, like when you like defeat like a boss or something, like Gioscano in Final Fantasy X. I think what they should have done is it should have been like you can kill him in the very beginning with cheats, but then he always auto lifes or something, and then he like kills you. Like he doesn't have your HP, he just kills you. Like I want something like to punish you. Like don't do that, and then just wipe you out. It could be fun. Anyways, talking about Blitzball, cool looking level 36. More pass, block, catch, attack, HP. Nice. I think we've gotten most of our players into the 4 digits for the experience gain, all except probably Nizaru. Looks like Luka Goers take their game 3-2. We take ours 3-2. And Albert Sykes take theirs 2-0. I'm telling you, they need Titus back. All right. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time.